At the beginning of the movie, we see a lot of news and videos that explain that Earth has been attacked by aliens in the not-too-distant future. The creatures are able to imitate sounds and anticipate the actions of humans. 5 years after the attack, the Earthlings managed to win the victory at Verdun. This was possible thanks to the introduction of exoskeletons that increased the strength of soldiers. The star of the first victory over the aliens was Rita. The action shifts to London. Major William Cage, who recently told the news about exoskeletons, wakes up in a helicopter. The hero goes to meet with the general to find out the plan for further action. Brigham intends to send a lot of fighters to France, which will cause a strong resonance in society. Learning that the general intends to send him there as well, Cage laughs and says that he has to give up such an idea. However, Brigham clarifies that this is not a suggestion, but an order. Cage reminds that his task is to engage in a PR campaign and recruit new fighters on the battlefield. The hero tries to blackmail the general, who in response orders the major's arrest. Cage wakes up at the base in Heathrow, where the recruits are preparing to leave for France. The hero tries to call Washington, but Master Sergeant Farrell refuses to allow him to do so. Cage learns that Brigham has called him a deserter and stripped him of his rank, so now he is only a private. Farrell hands the hero over to the other recruits and reminds him that he should be ready for battle by 6 a.m. A guy named Griff helps Cage put on an exoskeleton, which the former major recently advertised on TV, while away from battle. At dawn, the troops leave the hangar to head for France. Farrell asks Griff to keep an eye on the hero because he's unlikely to last a couple hours. Just before landing, the aliens, or mimics as the military dubbed them, attack the plane. The frightened Cage leaves the wrecked ship and rushes to the ground. Falling, the hero plunges into the thick of the battle and realizes that he was not even explained how to remove the weapon from the safety. In the utter chaos, Cage tries to survive and notices the star of Verdun, Rita. The girl looks at the hero, after which she is hit by a shell. Farrell prevents Cage from deserting, and Griff is perplexed how the mimics knew about the landing. Cage, who did not take his weapon off the safety, miraculously avoids the enemy's attack. The hero manages to deal with the equipment and neutralize the enemy. Suddenly, a blue mimic appears in front of him. Cage realizes that conventional weapons are powerless against him, so he grabs a mine and deprives the enemy and himself of life. Before he dies, a blue liquid spills over him. Unexpectedly, Cage wakes up again at Heathrow. The hero tries to explain everything to Farrell, but he does not intend to listen to the delirium of the deserter. When Griff helps him put on the suit, Cage tries to use it. Luck in this case only confirms. He lives this day for the second time. The hero once again moves into the thick of things and notices Rita. Cage manages to save the girl from the rocket. However, Rita takes away the guy's weapon, because of which he becomes a victim of a mimic. Another awakening at Heathrow. The hero tries to warn Farrell and Jay's platoon that the mimics are aware of their advance. However, this attempt only results in duct tape on Cage's lips. The hero manages to save Kimmel, but only the second time. Cage goes to Rita and convinces her that they urgently need to leave the beach to save themselves. However, the girl reacts rather strangely and asks to find her when the hero wakes up. This time, Cage helps his squad Jay by hiding the cards from Farrell and quickly escorting him out of the hangar. While running, the hero tries to escape under the wheels of a truck, but he fails. However, the second attempt proves to be more successful and Cage leaves the line. The hero finds Vertasky, and the girl immediately believes him and realizes that the hero is stuck in a time loop. The girl doesn't advise Cage to tell anyone else about his ability. Rita clarifies that she has also destroyed the blue mimic before and was caught in a time loop. However, now her ability is gone, so she needs Cage's help. Rita brings the hero to Dr. Carter, who explains to him the characteristics of the enemy. In fact, the mimics are almost a single mechanism. The blue enemy that Cage eliminated is Alpha, essentially the central nervous system. There is also a brain, the Omega. When Alpha loses his life, Omega uses his abilities to start the day anew. Being reborn, Alpha already knows the future and therefore cannot lose. Rita reveals that the only way to win is to sacrifice Cage every day until Omega is destroyed. Carter reveals that when the mimic's brain detects the hero, he will start having visions of her whereabouts. When Cage realizes where the brain is, he takes Rita there. To improve the hero's fighting abilities, the girl decides to arrange training for him. Rita asks for one thing. If Cage is wounded on the battlefield, he must lose his life. Because the girl herself had a transfusion, after which she lost the abilities of Alpha. Time after time, Cage undergoes training, which Rita helps to finish quickly. Tired of the grueling lessons, the hero asks if Rita can somehow regain her ability through lovemaking. The girl replies that she has tried this, but the effect was deplorable. After a few dozen repetitions, Cage begins to have visions of Omega's whereabouts. Carter tries to figure out the location by description, and Rita realizes that the training is over and needs to find a way to get off the beach. The heroes discuss literally every step so that the operation does not fail. Cage is tired of the endless stream of failures. The hero decides to escape to London and in a bar, listens to the losses during the battle. Suddenly, the power goes out in the room and the siren starts. Outside, Cage is attacked by mimics who have already taken over the world. The hero communicates with Carter and says that no matter how hard he tries, leaving the beach with Rita does not work. Finally, the attempts are unsuccessful. The only thing left for the heroes to do is to find a car to get to Omega. Rita forgets to unhook the trailer, which contains the mimics. The hero tries to deal with them without damaging the car. During the trip, Rita asks Cage not to talk to her about a friend who lost his life many times during the loop. The heroes run out of fuel and decide to stop at a small house. Rita discovers the helicopter and tells her that she was injured. When the girl tries to get into the helicopter, the hero stops her. It turns out that in this place, Rita always loses her life. Cage once again tries to save the girl, but it ends sadly. Rita manages to say her middle name, Rose, and the loop restarts. This time, Cage does not talk to the girl and gains more equipment. The hero manages to get to the location. However, in reality, there is a trap waiting for him there. Having rebooted, Cage tells Carter about it. The scientist tells that Brigham has a device that can restore the connection between Alpha and Omega, calculating the location of the latter. The hero and Rita manage to convince the general that the time loop really exists. To Cage's surprise, after many fruitless attempts, Brigham still agrees to hand over the device to them. The hero tries to go out with Rita and decide what to do next. Suddenly, they are attacked by the military, but Cage and his partner manage to find the car. The hero has to use the device on himself during the trip. Cage realizes that Omega is in Paris under the Louvre. However, the heroes do get stopped. Cage wakes up in the hospital and realizes that he is being transfused, which means that Alpha's abilities are irretrievably lost. Rita appears in the office, and the hero tells her about what happened. The couple escapes from the hospital and thinks about what to do next. Cage realizes that their only way to leave the base is to hijack a plane. However, it requires a large team, so the hero decides to turn to Jay's team. The soldiers do not want to listen to Cage, but believe in Rita's authority. Farrell suddenly discovers that part of his team is missing. Jay's team manages to hijack a helicopter. Cage warns that under no circumstances must the Alpha be destroyed, or the day will restart. Just before the Louvre, the plane is attacked by mimics. The hero, Rita, Skinner, and Griff manage to stay alive. The latter decide to cover the retreating friends, drawing the enemy's attention to themselves. In the end, Cage and his partner manage to sneak into the Louvre. The heroes waste no time and begin their descent through the catacombs in search of Omega. The path is blocked by mimics, and this time they have to be more careful, as the opportunity to restart the loop is no longer available. Suddenly, Alpha appears in the catacombs and must never be eliminated. Cage offers to distract him, but the girl thinks he must destroy Omega. To convince him, Rita gives the hero grenades and explains that no one will be able to get out of this place alive. She kisses Cage and wishes she had the chance to get to know him better. Rita starts to distract Alpha by helping the hero. Cage dives towards Omega, noticing lastly that his partner has already been attacked. Alpha tries to catch up to the hero, but gets stuck in the stones. Cage manages to drop grenades on Omega. The hero is once again sprinkled with blue liquid. Waking up, Cage realizes that he is in a helicopter over London. The hero hears Brigham speak. The general claims that after a strange energy release in the Paris area, the enemies began to retreat and fight worse. Cage arrives at Heathrow, but already as a major. The hero sees Rita and smiles at her, unable to utter a word. This is the end of the movie. Thank you all for watching this video to the end. Give this video a like. Write in the comments what you think about this movie, and see you in new videos.